console field of view slider is probably the most desired feature wanted by console players in Warzone, aside from an updated anti-cheat. And as I've covered in a previous video, the good news is that it could be on the way in November when Warzone gets the Call of Duty Vanguard update. It has been confirmed that Vanguard multiplayer will have an FOV slider for all console users, whether that's new generation PS5 and Xbox Series X, or older PS4s and Xbox Ones. This is just like Black Ops Cold War. The difference is that Warzone will be using Vanguard's engine come November, whereas Warzone never used Cold War's. It stuck with the original Modern Warfare engine, which never had or will have an FOV slider, basically meaning the capability of a field of view slider is already within the engine that's coming to Warzone, which is very promising. Despite the good news, there is still a large, lingering negative surrounding the FOV slider for consoles though, which is the actual capability of consoles to run and perform at higher FOVs. We already know Call of Duty were worried about the performance drop-offs with higher FOVs, which is why it never fully released, especially since the newer generations of console weren't always around during Warzone's lifespan. I have an Xbox Series X and have played Cold War on 120 FOV, and you can seriously notice frame rate drop-offs below 60. On certain busy maps like Nuketown, it seems to get to 60 and above again, I need to use around 107 to 108 FOV. But if you want to have higher frame rates of say 120 FPS, then you'll likely have to drop your FOV even more, which I admit is a fine trade-off. At least we have the option, right? I would 100% take that on Warzone right now, basically being able to see more in the peripheries for a lower frame rate, especially because running the full 120 FOV is quite unlikely for most players, as it does just become harder to see people at distances. So there's a little frame rates versus FOV balance that will have to be struck by players on Warzone if the slider does get added. And it still is if, by the way, it's not officially confirmed, just highly likely. It's possible that Call of Duty might actually cap our FOV to avoid particularly bad performance issues, maybe to 100, but this would be a significant improvement to what we currently have. And let me know down in the comments if you think a cap at 100 would be good, or if you want the choice of full 120 FOV and possible lower performance, you might just like the choice. My worry is for people playing on the older generation of console, on PS4 and Xbox One. An FOV slider might make the game even harder for you. Either you won't get access to it because it'll drop performances severely, which I'm not too sure about because you do get access to on Cold War and Vanguard multiplayer, or you will have access to it, but you'll have to run it on an FOV close to the standard locked setting of 80, just to ensure you don't drop too many frames and have a buggy game. Hopefully this isn't the case and you can maybe get it up to 90 or nearly 100, but I don't think it'll look too good and the PS4 might just burst into flames. So you won't feel the benefits that everyone else on the newer generation of console will, and those that are on PC already do. So you'll be overall at a disadvantage compared to now. This may be good news for those on newer generation consoles, since the competition should overall get easier. But I personally really don't like unfair advantages being in the same game and same lobbies. Let me know what you think down below, and bye for now.